Hello and welcome to this edition of Tour Confidential on Golf.com, presented by FootJoy, the #1 shoe in golf. I'm Jessica Marksbury, joined today in our Lower Manhattan studio by Golf.com host Ryan Aselta and Golf.com's Marika Washington. Tiger Woods returns to the PGA Tour this week at Torrey Pines, and Ryan, really, the ball is in the air for Tiger. What are our expectations for him this week? Is he going to make the cut? Is he going to actually contend? No one knows.
No one knows, but I know one thing. I am excited. The big guy is back. I mean, yeah, we saw him in the Bahamas in December, but this is the first full field event he's playing in since August of 2015. And it's a course where, let's face it, Tiger loves this place. He can play this place in his sleep with his eyes closed. He's won 8 times as a professional at Torrey Pines, 6 more times as a junior at Torrey. So let's just say he's comfortable there. What to expect from Tiger? It's the great unknown for this entire season. We're going to be asking this. But at Torrey, I expect him to be there. I don't know if he's going to actually contend, but I expect him to make the cut. I expect him to be on the top 20 of that leaderboard possibly. And I think that's what I'm looking forward to seeing the most. When Tiger does actually get into contention, whether it's this week at Torrey or at Riviera or somewhere down the line, how he responds to being in that setting again. We won't know till it happens, but I'm sure excited about it.
Ryan, very bullish on Tiger's chances this week. Marika, what do you think?
I'm excited, but I'm not quite as optimistic as Ryan. I'm sorry, Tiger. We know that he's won a ton of times at Torrey Pines. It's a course that he loves and loves him back. But if you look at his recent performances there in 2015, he had to withdraw, which ended up leading to his 3 back surgeries. That was the injury that sort of took him out of it. And then in 2014, he missed the cut after shooting 79. So his recent performance at Torrey hasn't been great. And we have to remember that, Bahamas aside, he really hasn't played professional golf in a long time. So we're excited, of course. It's going to be wonderful to see him back, but I think it's been too long. I think there's a lot of really talented players out there that are going to give him a run for his money. So good to have him back, but I don't know yet on the scores.
Okay, great points both. I have to say, I personally love being the Tiger optimist as well. I think it's exciting. I mean, for golf media, golf fans, we want to see Tiger do well. However, given what we know about Tiger's track record, given what we saw in the Bahamas, I'm wondering, Ryan, he led in birdies, right? I mean, that has to say something about his performance. Granted, we know the doubles are finding their way onto the card more often than we'd like to see.
Yeah, he led the field, of course, in birdies. Much different course, though. The trouble he found was off the tee, where at Torrey, that same type of trouble, the wash, some of the vegetation, that's not at Torrey Pines. He's going to be playing out of the rough, and Tiger is strong enough to get out of the rough. So I don't see some of those same problems. I think patience is the biggest thing. When it comes to us, we have to give him time. I think Henrik Stenson said over the weekend that you really got to give Tiger maybe 6 events to kind of get back into full-fledged tournament mode, and to see if Tiger's going to be patient as well. You know, he holds himself to a pretty high standard. If he doesn't get it right away, is he going to grind these cuts out, just trying to make the cut and be there on the weekend? Or is frustration going to set in? That's a big thing to keep an eye on, I think.
And they did say that with the rain that area has gotten, that the rough is going to be quite thick and quite soppy. So we'll see if that's going to play into it. I think an interesting thing to keep our eye out on as well this week is see whether Tiger is going to make any commitments to equipment. No time like the present. You're coming back to your first PGA Tour event. Maybe he's going to make a decision, maybe not. So that will be interesting to keep an eye out as well.
Well, we've certainly witnessed Tiger battle some demons on the golf course. We hope he can overcome that and give us a good show at Torrey Pines. Ryan, Marika, thank you so much for your time and insight. Thank you all for joining us on this edition of Tour Confidential on Golf.com, presented by FootJoy, the #1 shoe in golf. We'll see you right back here next week.